Good evening, listeners. This is Adam with the Game Machine, bringing you an old-timey review of a game called The Steel Empire for the Sega Genesis. We take a look and see if this steampunk shoot-'em-up is worth your time like a nice, smooth glass of Ovaltine, or if it's worse than that red-headed Wendy. Red-headed stepchildren. Who needs them, right, folks? Hey, this is a time of culture insensitivity. We can say whatever we want. Find out if this game's any good or if we'll be pulled off air on this episode of the Game Machine. It starts now, right after our sponsor of nice, chocolatey Ovaltine. Ovaltine, get your mama to buy it for you. Contains extra nicotine and cocaine. Pick it up at your local store today. Okay, so enough of that goofy voice. Can't keep that up too long. So, yes, it's a very steampunk style game. All 7 action-packed stages have that steampunk look and feel to it. Beautiful to look at, and just so great when it moves around and you see all the various stages, the scrolling in the stages. They just did a wonderful job making this game look fantastic and feel fantastic. It feels like it's its own living, breathing world. And most shmups are in outer space, or, you know, you're fighting some kind of crazy legged woman in some weird cutesy shmup. But no, this good old fashioned steampunk style, and I think that's really great that at this time that they decided to go with something a little different. Give it a little more fresh air, if you will. And to go along with these great stages, has a great soundtrack. The soundtrack is incredible. It's really great. I love just about every track on this one. All setting the right mood and tone. Sounds like something you would expect out of a movie based out of a steampunk world or an old military movie, but in 16-bit Genesis sounds. I really am not great at shmups, so there is a level select code, which I'm not going to tell you, just have to look it up online, because I needed it to get through this game. So, apologize, I really am not great at this game, but it's got that going for it. There are a few other old cheat codes you can look up online, but I usually don't put that as a strength, but because I stink at shmups, you know, I had to put it in there. But with that said, this one I'm actually pretty decent at, and I kind of like it. It's a good introductory shmup. It's not babies for a shmup per se, but it will definitely give you a challenge. You can also level up by picking up power-ups, and not just the normal, you know, add extra firepower or things like that. You can also increase the level of your attacks. You have a level meter, and the more level you gain, the more powerful your shots will be. Of course, you got the health, ammo, and 1-up pickups, which are welcome staples of the series. You get to choose between a freaking blimp! Yes, you get to play as a blimp! It is so cool looking, and it doesn't catch on fire when it gets hit once. Oh yeah, there's an airplane too, I guess, which is great. And it's really speedy, where the blimp is kind of slow, but it's a blimp, guys, come on. What can be better than that? Okay, can't get as good as a blimp, I know, right? So, proving that I'm not full of hot air, let's get to the weaknesses to prove that this game isn't perfect, sadly. Weaknesses are very few, though. Flickering effects can be very annoying, and it's hard to see some bolts. Now, I was playing this on HD TV, don't know if the flickering is as bad on a CRT TV. Do know if you're playing this on a standard Genesis on a HD TV, I have noticed some weird issues when trying to capture it or trying to see it on my television using an older thing like a Sega CDX, for example. The Retron 5 actually does record this really well. At first, I didn't think it was doing it well, but actually turned out it did record it really well for the most part, except for stage 2, which had some weird noise going on the screen, and I think it was trying to make the screen darker, but it just added noise to it, and granted, you know, they can't really fix that, but really it felt like an unneeded effect to try to make the cave darker and harder to see. And for shmup vets, yeah, it might be a little too easy for you. And so if you think, okay, well, I'm a shmup vet, I'll just go ahead and crank up the setting to hard. Well, really hard is just limiting how many lives it continues to have. And even then, on easy, you only get 2 continues. You get a bunch of lives, but only 2 continues. Come on, really? Throw us a frickin' bone here. I can't shoot my way out of a paper bag. Overall, Steel Empire. The Steel Empire. I'm not for sure what it's called. The Steel Empire. Empire of Steel in Europe. So yeah, you guys in Europe, I didn't forget about you. Empire of Steel in Europe. This game is fantastic. It's fun. It's maybe not for the most hardcore vet shmup fans, but they've probably already played this, most likely. This is for people who want a good shmup on the Genesis with a different setting, a different theme, and just want to have some fun, and maybe even cheat through a few levels, which I did. I'm sorry. Yes, leave your hate comments in the below why I am the worst person in the world for cheating in a video game, but I don't care. You guys can eat my rich, tasty chocolate Ovaltine. Ovaltine, sponsor of Not the Game Machine. But anyways, guys, let me know if you played Steel Empire or Empire Steel for your European buddies out there. Let me know what you think. And till next time, everybody, game on.